What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jack Echoes 5478, bringing you guys a bit of a confessional today. Hold on a second, my voice is kind of acting up, hold on. Okay, today I'm bringing you guys a bit of a confessional. I kind of wanted to make sure my background wasn't shown this time, just so I can get things out of the way. Okay, let me go through this in order. I'm gonna address, like I said before, the last vlog, this will be my last one, my third one, and I'm gonna address some old things and some new things that we have right now. So I'm gonna get through that for you guys, and hopefully we can get through this. Um, so first things first, I was gonna get through a Twitter incident I had a while back. It involved two people that I followed, and for whatever reason, and I talked to them. I wasn't mean about it. I don't think I ever said anything mean to them per se, and they both ended up blocking me a few days later. I think one of them blocked me earlier, and when I asked, they said that their reasons were their own, that they had a reason for blocking people, and I personally just want to know the reason why they did that. But even when I asked them, even when I asked my friend who was also on Twitter, that person, she didn't she just said she had her reasons that she wouldn't tell me. So it was just very, 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 very hard for me, and I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just trying to, you know, I was just starting to get used to the Twitter and the role play of things because I had started with it and I wasn't sure about it. I don't know if maybe you guys knew that, and I don't speak up about it because it's a new thing, and I really don't want to. If I do things bad or wrong, it's just kind of that kind of thing. I'm sorry for the shadow on my eyes. I don't know why that is. But yeah, but it just really hit me pretty hard. And then this other one, I think she talked to me a while back. I don't remember because I remember that was a long time ago. Um I don't know what I did per se to anger the other. The other person, the first person blocked me. Her reasons were her own and such, and I was just trying to talk to her through the role play, and for whatever reason, following day when I was complimenting them about them updating their Twitter profile, they just said no, like not gonna worry about it, I'm blocking you. And the second one, I tried to figure out what was the reason. I finally got it. And she basically said I was underage. That that was the reason. And I even when I told her, and I know my age. I know my age. I'm 21. I'll say out loud. I'm 21. I'm not afraid to say out loud. She said, "Oh no, I did a background check," and then she said, "I'm gonna block you just like I did on Twitter." And I understand there are people you find they just don't want to talk to you on Twitter, or maybe you're hopping around the channels and you're like, "Oh well, I wanna try to chat with these people, see if we can make some sort of friendship, I guess." And it doesn't always work out. That's what we have to understand about that kind of stuff. I think it was Size Jenny, and at Growing Maid. Those were the two Twitter people I think I mentioned. I don't know. I didn't want to mention their names too much. I think they are good people. It's just I couldn't relate to them, or maybe they thought I blasted them, and that was my own fault. Part of it was my fault, but at the very least, if you two are watching this, then I respectfully ask you to, what was the reason why you blocked me? For the one of you who did tell me, thank you. At least you gave me the reason. The other person, I don't know why you didn't give me the reason, but I would very respectfully ask that you would you're not a bad person, probably. I would like to think. Same with the other person. I think you're not a bad person, and I really did just want to chat and game if you are on Steam. That's what I'm on Steam for sometimes. I mean, that's not really anything different. And that's the Twitter incident. That's the first thing I want to get off my chest. Get off my chest. Sorry if it's a bit dark. Next one, I want to get off my chest. Chaotic Hell Haven. I wanted to address why some people thought it was weird that I was that I was constantly challenging her to fight me on Twitter. I did that because the character I'm making, I wanted him to face, the most OP number one anime character, at least at the time. That's when the channel first came out, and I thought, I'm making an OP character. He's not quite there yet. But I thought maybe if I can get him to face number one, he could be number one. And I thought that was an awesome idea, guys. I thought that was an awesome idea. And over time, I kind of gave up on the idea because I thought, they're thinking I'm a stranger. It's not a sound business idea of some random fan or someone they barely know. It's like, oh, hey, I want to do something with you guys. And that was the thing of it. So I kind of backed off and I just tried to play cool. Now I'm kind of on the, borderline annoying phase with them, and I still hope they know I'm a fan of her channel at the very least. I'm still gonna make my OC. I'm still gonna make a story once I read the book, as they've told me time and time again, so I can at least get a better idea, and hopefully my OC can beat her. When I talk about my OC a lot on Twitter Silencer, that is actually my character, my OC. I haven't made any recent drawings of him yet, but I do have a good idea of what he is going to be. And he does like to challenge or fight any anime character that is OP or is considered OP or even claims they're OP. And also, I thought she was getting a bit high and mighty with the whole, I'm OP, I'm right up here. I never got a full detailed consensus of like, oh, so those are her powers, and that's why she's OP. Just that she was then in her story, she was born from God the Devil, as per that story was. And I just at the time I thought, okay, she's just high and mighty. I need to use my character to take her down a peg, but that didn't work. So I just kind of hit on the idea and said, okay, let me try to be friends with developers and just do my best to at least be the person that I am, and maybe that'll help. And I'm just going to say this to you guys right now. If I'm ever on social media, I try to come off with my heart on my sleeve. That is what I am. And I don't generally like to come off as mean or upset or bad. Maybe I don't get the the way things are sometimes, and it's just very hard sometimes. But I'm sorry if I do generally come off to you guys like that. That's not my intention. Maybe my emotions get the better of me, or maybe I'm a little too tired and I should probably say, hey, I need to get off this, but it's my own fault. And here comes the next topic. It's actually the same thing, but I'm going to talk about it two ways first. The first one is the problem I had way back, the past, the old thing. And then I'm going to talk about the new thing I just recently had, and it's very sad. I mean, it's my fault. My fault. So I'm going to talk about the old thing first. Sorry. When I first came to it, Discord, that was the platform I want to talk about, Discord for gamers. When I first joined up with Discord, I went to, I think, a few servers, and I wasn't sure how to go about what I was supposed to say with them and such, and it just really got to me that I wasn't sure like how to go about with certain people, and I tried my best to be myself on there, but I got a little over suggestive where I was suggesting things and I thought it would help. It was basically a channel for a certain game, and I kept wanting to suggest stuff. Maybe I got a little carried away and I suggested too much, but that was really it. And I kind of dialed it back and said, okay, I want to stop. And then maybe I kept going back a little bit, but I wasn't like being forceful or saying this has to be in there. This has to be in here. I wasn't being that way. And so I kind of gave up on it. And then I think after that, the one of the developers or founders kept to me. At first, it was okay, like, hey, these are the rules. Then after that, it felt like I was just ticking him off, or he was just getting mad at me and nobody else. I thought that was unfair. I eventually left that one. My problem was I kept going back. I went back 3 times because I thought it would be different. I got so scared that I even changed my name because I thought it would make me feel better if I started off with a clean slate. Maybe I could get along with these people. That was not the case. It just got worse, and then I started seeing messages as I logged off. When I scrolled back a bit, and they were saying, "Oh, Jug Ghost, he's messed up," or Jug Ghost, he's trash, or something like that, and it didn't make me feel good. And that was happening like very, very frequently because there was a lot of people on there, and I'm fine if they support the game. I'm fine if the game has its developers and they have their own direction, and maybe I was a bit too suggestive, but there was no reason to keep pushing me and pushing me and pushing me back then to that. And I only came back 2 more times because I thought maybe, over time the Discord will get better. Maybe the negatives will leave. That's not the case for any social media, no matter how many of you think about that. It is just that's just what social media is, and that's something even I have a hard time admitting to myself, and I should just get used to that. So, and this wasn't just one. I think this was 2 social medias, and then I ended up getting so many, I couldn't keep up with them. I was getting tired. I was going to work. I ended up getting into online fights that were just meaningless. Then I ended up talking about my love life, and I'm not going to go into that because this next topic is going to clear some things about me. I'm kind of afraid to admit it because I don't want to make whatever this next incident I'm going to talk about is. But to finish up the past one, got in trouble with some of those people. It didn't work out, and that was basically it. And I eventually left for good. I'm never going back because I kept trying and I kept trying. And eventually I ended up revealing that I was, Dead Ghost, not this other person I was typing myself as because I was wanting to clean slate. And they're like, oh, it's Jet Ghost, the guy who's suggestive, the guy who's annoying, the guy who, comes off that way. And I'm like, ugh. So I left, and I never came back to that server. It was good for me. I got my sanity back, and I wasn't as depressed or upset. I mean, I should. And the thing is, I'm old enough to know this, and yet I still do it anyway. So that's just me being a fool, I guess, people. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if many of you are wondering why I come off as like, oh, I'm having a good day, or oh, I'm sorry. That's just how I act when I'm not feeling good. I know many of you know that. You all have your own problems to work out and your own fights to fight. We all have our fights to fight, our own battles. Sometimes I look for too much sympathy from another person, or maybe I put my heart out there and I become too vulnerable to some other people, and I'm just hoping that they'll listen. The reality is that they probably don't. Like that cisgender person. I'm sorry for going back to the previous topic, but I thought she was generally a good person, or at least someone I could be friends with. And maybe, if she had problems, I would let her talk to me about it. And that's just what I wanted. To at least be a friend to that person, even if, they're mad or they're going through bad stuff. I just want to be a friend and help them out. I'll be friends with anybody. Even if you have problems, you can tell me about it. I'm not going to be out to the world like everybody else. That's just the way I am. But she clearly thought I was just a little kid, and that was her reason. She thought I was underage when I'm 21. I know my age. You can't tell me what my age is if I know I'm 21. I know. Now, maybe I kind of lie about the date of my birth on certain social medias. That's just because I'm afraid of people knowing like my day of birth. It was sacred to me when I was younger, and that's why I kind of went, I want to change it. That's not because that's my actual age. That's just me being my social media afraid. That's just me being a bit afraid that people know who I truly am. And it's no secret that I know you guys can see part of my face through this. I would get a better mask, but I don't think I have the money, or at least I don't know any site where I can find a better mask to hide my face. And I would have personally found one for this moment, for this day, had I not known what was going to happen. This brings me to my next topic, my next one. This is the third one. This talks about the new problem with Discord. And this is my fault. My fault. I'm going to put my hand in view because this is my fault. I know I'm running on 50 minutes here, but I'm going to go ahead and explain it. Forgive me for whose name I'm going to say. This is one of Broske Senpai's subscribers. I talked with her. I'm sorry for what I said last night. If you're look at me. Wherever you are, look at me right in the face as I'm talking through this video to you. Mika. I'm not going to say the rest of the name, but you know who I'm talking about. Just look right at me. I'm slightly exposing myself with a mask that could potentially reveal my face because I'm scared to reveal my face, and I'm showing you that I'm sorry. Following that incident, I mentioned some things that were not savory during Discord last night. I don't know what was going on with me. I was tired, but my emotions were kind of running high because I mentioned something. Then I quickly went to Discord and I let my emotions get the better of me. I told her some things that weren't great. I'm just gonna cut the chase. I personally hurt her feelings. Some people say I jumped her feelings. That I can't deny that. That's probably true, but I'm not gonna lie and say that I wanted to do that. I did not want to do that. I did not want to hurt anybody. That is not who I am. I wear my heart on my sleeve, as I mentioned earlier. That's not something I just say. I don't mean to just say things. I know when I come off on social media, it seems like I'm just saying things for the sake of saying them. But Make a Ninja, wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing all right. I mean this. I am truly and terribly sorry for whatever it is I did. I know what I did. I offended you during the greatest month of your life, a month where you actually felt like you were truly happy, and I took that happiness away. I know I can never be forgiven for what I did to you. I know I can never say I'm sorry, because sorry doesn't work too much anymore. I know when there's a point you say sorry enough times. Anyway, I am truly sorry. I said your name anyway. How stupid am I? I'm sorry. That's the thing you want to take away from this. After what happened last night, I was overcome with so much guilt that I was possibly going to do something unsavory. I'm not going to go into detail. Just know that I was very, very guilty to the point where I was shut up more than I've ever been, worried more than I've ever been, guilty more than I've ever been. So, because I am Christian, to repent for my sins, I immediately apologize. I want to immediately apologize to her, but I got blocked from the Discord. For my first time being blocked, actually. How sad is that? Some of you out there who are saying, I think you're a good person, you're right, I am. And I don't mean to come off as a jerk on social media. Everything's up here. We all have them, not just me, but personally gets to me a lot more. I'm sorry, Mika Ninja. I hope you move forward from this. If you can ever find your heart to forgive me, please. I'm not a bad person. There are just some differences I know we all have, and my differences, I wanted to tell you about them because I thought I could trust you enough, but I got too ahead of myself, and I am sorry. I hope you feel better from this. I hope you get better from this. I hope you recover, and I hope you move on and smile and have fun and enjoy the greatest month of your life. You are who I will remember you to be. A good person who helped me through my depression. She did earlier when I was just getting used to Broska Senpai's channel. She's a good writer. She writes good stories. Check her Twitter or her social media. You'll see what I mean. She's not a bad person. She's very, very good. All I want to do is apologize to Mickey Ninja and never hurt anyone again, because that is not who I am. I do not hurt people, and I'm sorry if I do. If I ever do, please tell me. If I ever think I'm getting, if you ever think I'm getting close to that, please tell me. I'm very, very blunt. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm blunt. Sometimes I come off too blunt, and I'm sorry. I prayed. This is the point I want to get to. I prayed for Mickey Ninja last night to keep on living and to enjoy her life, because I couldn't bear the fact of someone going because of my verbal venom. I know some of Broski's team thinks I'm a jerk for what I did. I was afraid to make this video, but I was even more afraid of someone, being given away God's precious gift from themselves because of something I said. It was messed up. I want to move forward, and a lot of people say I should just move on. Mika is not going to forgive you for this, the writer. I've gone into fights with writers before, at the very least. At least we ended up hating me and we separated, or moved on. I don't know why I'm saying separated. Mika Ninja, that's your name. This is me, Jet Ghost, saying I'm truly sorry from the bottom of my heart. I mean this. I am not just saying this. I hope you understand. I almost cried to tears praying for you to live on last night, and I pray to the Lord that whatever consequences that I have, I will accept them. I rather you go on and live and enjoy your life despite what I said than for you to do whatever. You get what I mean? You get what I mean. I'm sorry. I'm getting a bit emotional. You can't see it through the mask, but I am. I don't pray for people unless I really mean what I say. And if that's what it takes, I'll do that for anybody. I don't care who you are. I try to respect everybody for who I am. And through this virus that we're having, if that's what it takes for me to get through this virus, is to learn to respect everybody for who they are and not even question a thing, I will do that. Jet Ghost, I will do that. Another thing I wanted to add is that my dog, I know I'm coming off something. I do hope she lives on. I don't mean it like that to anybody, and I'm sorry if she took it that way. I remember she said I hurt her more on the happiest month than anywhere else, and I want to take all that back. I know I can't. I'm not saying to be unblocked. I'm not saying for those of you to unblock me. That is fine. That is your decision to do so. I understand my consequences. I understand knowing what I said. I mentioned that too. I didn't just tell her straight up. I waited, and I was wondering if I could trust her, but I knew I didn't trust her enough, and yet I still wanted to say it anyway because I thought maybe I could. That was my mistake. A big mistake at that. Multiple ones I've heard. And maybe I'm acting this way because I almost lost my fourth pet, my dog. I posted it on I think Twitter or one of the social medias. I'll leave a link down below, I think, to that post if I can find it. My dog almost passed away when I came home Tuesday during this week. I don't know what he ate. Me and my family are still trying to figure out what he ate, but he ate something and it started to make him throw up, like this color blood. And I had to go with my mom to the vet that was probably an hour or two away. Cost us a lot of money. We had to negotiate to get it down despite through the virus. And had we not done this Tuesday, I would have lost my fourth pet in my life. I've had to help bury 3 or watch 3 of them get buried. It is not easy. I fear death as much as anybody else. That is why I never talk ill about it. That is why you can trust me when I say I'm a good person. What I said, Mika Ninja. I said I wasn't going to say your name. Here I am breaking that already. I am truly sorry. Please live. Don't forfeit your life. You're probably a very good person, and I chose the wrong time to tell you all this. I hope you can forgive me. I know you're sad. I know you're probably crying. If I was in person, I'd probably hug you and tell you how sorry I am. Just a hug, though, I know. And I know I can ask for your forgiveness. I know right now you're probably slightly mad at me for what I said, and that's understandable. We are human. Please forgive me. That is all I ask. Or no, know that I'm a good person and that I'm sorry, and please live on. I'll say this as many times as I can. I'll say it to get through this. This is not just for me to clarify to get this through. This is for me to know that you are safe and that you move on. You probably aren't trusting my words. You're probably looking at me and going, I don't trust your words. You're just lying. I'm not lying. Why would I wear a mask that almost shows my face out on YouTube just to say this? You have to understand that. I don't just do these vlogs because it's my third one, and I wouldn't have made this one or even talked about this one if I didn't mean what I say, and I mean what I say. You can ask some people on social media, or preferably Twitter or Facebook, and they know me better. They can vouch for me when I say I'm a good person. Yes, I may not come off as well informed, but I am a good person, and I hope you can trust me with that. Please, I'm sorry, my hands have been inverted. Please trust what I say. This is no lies. This is no tricks. This is Jack Ghost being as serious, as honest as the person who made him, raised him, the people who raised him right. But to move on from that, I almost lost my dog. He's doing fine right now, but had we not taken him to the vet Tuesday, he would have suffered a lot of blood and he would have died. And that dog was with the family way before us, and they abused him like crazy. And I helped clean him off. He had oil on him. That's just because there were some 2 men or Hispanic men that were, watching him. I think it was in oil while he was rolling around the oil, and they were making a bet to see how long he lasts. My mom came along with my dad driving home, and I heard they almost hit him, but my mom managed to stop. My dad stop and brought him home. Me and my friend, we took him in the back. Got a bit of one of those what do you call it the thing you put a clothes in back then to wash, like an ironing board or something like that, like a bucket. Yeah, a bucket. And we bathed him with Dawn soap, and I got all the oil off him. He had mange for a while, but we managed to recover him. And he's been doing fine since, but he does not bark unless he wants in or out. He is so scared of living with us because of what those people did to him. And every time I talk from my mouth that you are hearing from right now, he sounds a bit scared, as if I'm reminding him of the people that did this to him. And it still hurts every day, because all I wanted to do was be his friend. I know I may come off a bit rough, maybe I tease too much, even though I can't take it myself. I just wanted for him to know that he's with good people and that he doesn't have to be hurt anymore. And when that happened Tuesday, where he came close to losing his life, I thought, and I was told he was 6.5 months or years old, and I thought, he doesn't deserve this. Even though he's an animal, he doesn't deserve to die from the life for how bad he's been treated. Like everybody else I hear out there, I mean, maybe I don't know how bad people get treated, but nobody deserves to die for how bad they've been treated before or how bad they've been treated. No matter our personal differences, no matter who we are all children under the Creator who made us, and I bet He will want us to all get along and do well together. Maybe I'm talking crazy. Maybe you think I'm delusional. You can still think I'm a jerk. You can roast me in the comments. Do whatever you think makes you feel better or happy. I know I'm a good person. I may say some rambling crap on social media, but I mean well, and I can tell you all this. And I would not be saying this if it didn't bug me so much, and it was bugging me. I almost didn't even go to sleep last night. I used to suffer real bad from insomnia because of how guilty and ashamed for what I did last night. If you almost know how it personally affected me, that's how bad. That's why I can't be mean to people, because the guilt would literally stab through my heart until I until I apologize or say how sorry I am or just hope they forgive me to move on. That's how bad. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry you have to see me emotional. I just wanted to clear it up really quick. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is probably going to make a lot of people upset, but I've already mentioned a lot of the bandages I've torn off. Might as well rip the biggest one off, which is on my head. During the coronavirus, we had the Black Lives protest. They ripped down statues that were just a part of history. I personally thought they were acting like children at first, because the restaurants that just reopened, the people that are just trying to make a buck when they reopen their businesses to get only burned down again, is messed up. I've met a few policemen who are good people, as I've gotten to know them growing up. So not all police are bad, and I'm kind of sad or disappointed that people don't get that. Just because, George Floyd. I know a lot of people are like, you don't know him. What do you have a right to talk about? He did not deserve to die the way he did. One of the 10 commandments, thou shalt not kill. We are given that commandment not just because we're Christian, but because the blood will stay in your soul, and your soul is stained with the blood of the innocent that you have murdered. No matter what crimes they've committed, to give them murder so freely is not good. To have them live until old age, to let themselves not be tortured, but go through life to learn through their mistakes, is a lot better punishment for them, is a lot better way for them to go than for you to give them the easy release going to the great big bed upstairs or downstairs. That is also what I've been taught in martial arts too. That is why that's why you don't kill. You defend. Because giving them the easy release of death is not what anybody should do. Allowing them to live as you are and learn through life is a better punishment and a better learned lesson than just saying, oh, well, I got to get rid of you. So, and that's not what he made. A big mistake, that officer did. But don't blame the rest of them. Don't fire or disband the rest of the police just because of that. Crack down more on who's going to actually save and do their job over those who are, oh, I'm just in it for the money, or I'm just doing this because, it's whatever. And I've been thinking about this. It's been going through my head a lot. It's been going through my head. And I thought, if I don't speak out, like some people have told me, the future generations will look back and go, oh, this was a bad thing. Not everybody deserves to suffer from this, and it's not just Black lives do matter, but all lives matter. That is the message. We are all equal. Nobody is below us. Nobody is above us. That is the way our Creator made us. He gave us those flaws for that reason. I am actually very, very emotional right now. I know this mask is not showing it, but I'm kind of getting close to crying right now. But I just had to tell you all of this, just to know that, because I did not want the hate to continue, and for what I did last night, to make people go out and say, oh, well, Jet Ghost is a mean person. Jet Ghost is a bad person. He likes to, he hates people. I have my personal differences. I'll admit that. But I do not want to hurt or kill people. Thou shalt not kill. I am not that person. I am a good person who wants to be everybody's friend. And I will respect people as at least common courtesy if my differences are not agreeable with theirs, or if their differences are not agreeable with mine. And I hope we get through this virus. All of you be safe. All of you be safe. You take care. Pray for those who are in need of this help, and pray for those to be okay through this virus. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your time. I'm gonna end this video now. Please understand what I say. I am not just saying this to get views. I'm not saying this to fake you. I am speaking as the true, honest person I am. I'm being real with all of you, and I hope you understand that. Please, and have a great day. Don't be negative. Be positive. And pray for those in need. No matter your religion, no matter who you are. Everybody needs help. Everybody needs a friend. And everybody needs love. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.